will you please hold this while we talk? It's a tool we use in our business. So we have this thing called Silly Putty tickets. Didn't you use Silly Putty when you were little? Well, you can shape it, mold it, stretch it so that it fits you. Well, our tickets do the same thing. You can shape them to match your needs so that you can increase your sales. For example, how many local salespeople do you have?
We have 5.
Okay. And how many key accounts does each of those salespeople have?
They have 5.
Gotcha. So what's the normal size for an important account?
About $10,000.
Okay. So how important is the new business for your new salespeople?
I'd say it's pretty important.
Gotcha. So is there a plan in place for you to get new business each month?
Not really, no.
Right, and that's a common thing. It's hard for salespeople to focus on getting new business, but if you use our Silly Putty tickets, you can get them to focus on new business and you can keep track of that. So the first step is to have each salesperson identify which new prospects are key. So it's not difficult to do that, right?
Right.
So a lot of my clients have told me that they can build new business through doing things like golfing and going out to lunch because they can build that relationship through out of the office contact. But the problem is that when you go golfing, sometimes people aren't very good at golfing, so then everyone's just embarrassed, and it's also really expensive to do. And I mean, when's the last time you had a memorable chicken sandwich? So, if you use our Silly Putty tickets instead, you can get them to build that relationship without doing that. So you can focus on new business while also tracking that. So here's what you do. Salespeople call a prospect that they've been trying to work with and tell them that they want to join them for a Makin' Bacon game in the President's Seat. And they're not just going to give away the tickets, but they're going to take them with them to the game so that they can work on that relationship and bond. And remember that they want to develop a relationship through constant contact, and if they just give the tickets away, then that does absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. So how effective do you think maybe a couple hours at one of our Makin' Bacon games would be for building that relationship?
I think it'd be pretty effective.
Right, you're right. See, so here is how one of my clients enjoyed success with the tickets. Just an example for you to look at. So what's even better is if you, as the president of the company, or maybe one of the sales managers or something, goes to the game also. So do you think you would do that possibly?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. So do you think it would be asking too much to have your salespeople spend just maybe one evening a month with one of the key prospects at one of our Makin' Bacon games?
No, that's not too much.
Okay, awesome. So our season is about 5 months long. So if each one of your salespeople took just maybe one prospect a month to one of our games, each salesperson would bring 5 new prospects a season. And out of those 5 prospects, how many do you think would stay as customers?
Well, hopefully all of them.
Right, exactly. So say just one prospect from each salesperson becomes a new customer. That's $10,000 for each salesperson and 5 salespeople. So that's a total of $50,000 right there.
Wow.
Which is, do you see how I got that?
Yes, I see.
Okay, good. So we've talked a lot about the new business, but what about the clients that you currently have? There's going to be competitors trying to get them to come to their business, building those relationships. So you're going to have to focus on that too. So do you think it would be too much to have your salespeople also spend just maybe 1 week in a month with an existing client as well as with the prospect?
No, that's not too much.
Okay, good. So to give each salesperson 1 game a month with a prospect, you're going to need 5 games. Do you see where I got that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then you'll need a similar amount for your existing clients too. So that's going to be another 5 games a month. Mm-hmm. So then your total is 10 games a month. Mm-hmm. So let's try to think about the type of ticket that would work best for you. I think I would recommend the club seating. It's the best seating, and you also get all you can eat food and drink. So it's just a really great to place to sit. So the cost to have this business effort is not much at all compared to the return that you're going to get. For each salesperson to take just one prospect and one current client, you'll need 1 game a month, 5 games a month, and then a total of 50 games a season, but the return is going to be really big. So if each salesperson brings in one piece of new business, your sales are going to increase to $50,000 all the way up to $250,000. So you need 50 games. I'll recommend 4 season tickets, and that'll give you a couple extra games, and the cost of the 4 season tickets is going to be $5,040, which is not much at all compared to the return. So how happy do you think those results would make you?
Yeah, really happy.
Oh yeah, definitely. So this decision is going to be worth anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000 in new business. So do you want me to go ahead and get this order in so you can get some really good seats?
Well, let me just talk to my salespeople first.
Okay, well, when do you think you're going to be able to talk to your salespeople?
Thursday.
You see, Mr. Anderson, you didn't think it was too much to have your salespeople spend just 1 night a month with a prospect, right?
Yeah.
And you thought that the Make and Baking games would be a good way to develop those relationships with the clients and possibly giving you up to $50,000 in new business?
Yeah.
So, respecting your salespeople, why would you let them vote on $50,000 of revenue for your company? If you think this is going to work and you think that they'll have to spend just 1 night a month with a prospect, don't you think that that would be a great way to generate from anywhere from $50,000 to $250,000? But if you have them vote, what if they vote no? See, I had a client last year and he was concerned about the same thing, but here's how well it worked for him. So you can just look at that. So why don't we go ahead and do this? We'll use an opt-out clause where you'll meet with your salespeople, and I'll write down Monday's date at the top. So you'll have all the way until Monday to call me and opt out of the agreement. You just talk to your salespeople. If they say, no, it's not a good idea, then I just end it completely and you're fine. But by doing this, you'll be able to keep the really good seats that you have and just opt out if you don't want that. So do you think that would work for you?
Well, I'm just honestly concerned. I think it just costs too much.
Right. That makes sense. I see that. I understand. But the thing is, you think you can generate $50,000 for just a cost of $5,040. So that's a really smart move for you to do. So where's the hesitation coming?
I don't know. I think it really is just the cost. We've had to cut back on some expenses.
So what's a price range that would be more comfortable for you?
I think anywhere between $4,000 to $4,500 maybe.
Okay, so yeah, in that price range, we could maybe cut down the seats just a little bit, the number of tickets that you would get, and then lower the price to maybe $45,000, and so that it's better in your budget. And then throughout the season, if you want to upgrade, you just call me, and I'll give you more games and good seating, so you'll have more options. Do you think that that'll work for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Awesome. Sounds good. So nice.
Thank you.
Good to do business with you.